Setelah kita war-warkan dalam Facebook, saya dengan Annie Yahya hari ni decided untuk buat Facebook Live,
Masya
LinkedIn
Allah.
Live, and YouTube Live.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So we are aligned on three places. Oh, I forgot to change the title. Never mind. I'll work on the title later. But right now, we are from WC Muslim Women Coaching, where Ani Yahya is the founder of Muslim Women Coaching, International Muslim Women Coaching Academy. And I'm one of the coaches at MWC. Okay, and today we want to talk about intention. But before that, before we go into intention, sebelum kita cakap tentang niat, hari kita dua bahasa ya hari ni. Let's get to know each other first. So I'm gonna let Annie Yahya to introduce herself first, and then I'll go.
Masya Allah, Alhamdulillah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Very good afternoon to everyone. Thank you, Nurul, for initiating this stream over 3 platforms. Ooh la la. This is like, I don't know what's with the month of February. I entered into all sorts of different spaces where I've never been in before, and it just go like, wow, what an adventure. So this is my first time going live and with you at that. So thank you for the invitation. And I think it's high time that we start talking about things that matters. On that score, in 2020, I set up the International Muslim Women Coaching Academy with the intention to spread love, compassion, strength, wisdom of women, and fill the earth with it, because sometimes it does feel like there's not enough love in the world. Cliche as it may sound, but life sometimes is just too harsh, and sometimes we feel that personally. And I thought I wanted to bring that, more of that love, more of compassion out there. And the way I thought that was best in my capacity at the time as a coach was to share the spirit and the knowledge, the know-how of coaching through that method lah. So the mission of MWC is to um, create meaningful conversation, one woman at a time, inshallah. So that's a little bit about me. Now, what about you, Nurul? Who are you? No, sorry, that's Fatia for 2022.
Yes, I am not Fatia. No, I have always been Fatia. Okay, just that because my name is Nurul Fatia, and it's always
How lucky you
easier.
have 2 names.
I have 2 names, yeah. So I can switch, right? Whenever I feel like, yeah, okay, today I'm Nurul. No lah. That would be very
Today I
confusing.
feel like I want to be
Yeah,
Nurul.
not
Tomorrow I'm
the intent is to be more Fatihah this year because Fatihah came
Mm,
from the word Fat, and Fat
yeah.
means victory, and Fat also means opening. So in support with you spreading love, I would love to invite more people and open up their path towards receiving love, towards
Mm,
giving love, and towards having more meaningful conversation, inshallah. So yeah, so my name is Nur Fatia. In 2022 onwards, I would love people to call me Fathia more often, to get so that I can live up to this name, and because people love to be called by a beautiful name, right? And Fathia is a beautiful name, so please,
absolutely, I love it.
so please, call me Fathia. So in MWC, I am one of the master coaches, and Alhamdulillah for the past 2 years, Annie and I, we always have this weekly session or daily session, where we talk about how can we help more women have meaningful conversation with others, especially, and sometimes with themselves. Kita ni suka cakap seorang kan, dalam shower kita cakap
Mm,
seorang, kat dapur tengah masak cakap seorang, tengah drive cakap
mm,
seorang.
betul.
Even that conversation that we have with ourselves, we
Mm,
want people to have a meaningful one, so that
yeah,
it's more guided, so that at the end of cakap seorang tu, we get something good out of it lah. Taklah
yeah,
cakap seorang
totally.
membazir masa cakap seorang, at the end of the day, we get stressed. We
Betul.
want to help you be able to cakap seorang and
Mm,
be more inspired. Like, I know what to do. Pak, keluar kereta. Pak, habis masak. Pak.
mm,
Whatever, we get good intention and let it
mm,
do something good.
betul.
Okay, on to our...
So today we're going to talk about dealing with intention. And Fatah, as we were talking, I'm thinking maybe we should separate this word intention into two parts, and the first part being the meaning and the life experiences around it, and the
Hmm.
second part is what is intention in the context of coaching for
Yeah,
Muslim woman coaching. So jadi kita mulakan dengan dealing with intention as part of a lifestyle for Muslim, not
sure.
just Muslim women, as a
Yeah,
Muslim.
as a Muslim, correct. Yeah.
So first, I think we need to understand what does intention mean linguistically.
Okay,
So
let's go into
yeah,
that.
let's try and see what is intention, but yeah, in terms of language, yeah.
So just now,
Mm,
we look into we want to make sure that we share something that is more common, right? So intention ni apa sebenarnya? So kita
mm,
Google, and according to Merriam-Webster, this is what intention is about. Intention, intent, purpose, design,
mm,
aim, and objective, goal mean what one intends to accomplish or attain. Okay, and
mm,
intention implies little more than what one has in mind to do or bring about. So I like the word little more there because it's not just about intention,
mm,
but it started with
mm,
intention. We have something in mind and we intend it so strong. We intend it because we, of course, at the end of the day, we want to achieve something, want to receive something, want to attain something, want
mm,
to get something out of whatever.
mm.
So
So
this
it
is,
says that implies, okay? So the intention implies more than what you have in mind.
yeah,
And then I think we are in agreement to that. I mean, how can we not be in agreement to that? But in terms of intention in the spirit of Islam, we know it as apa nama? There are many narrations that is in the hadith and in the Quran, and there's one in the hadith, Bukhari and Muslim, that says actions are judged by intentions, by niyah. Okay, so each man receives what he has intended for. Um, and and this is about the action orientation of it.
mm, mm-mm.
And this also means that when we intend good, we get good.
Yes,
And when we don't intend good, we will not get good. Now, the question then is, what happens if we have no intention at all? Not good, not bad, and I just don't have intention. I just do. What's the consequence of that?
it feels like we'll do something blindly. Like we go
Mm.
into the car and we ask ourselves, why am I here? Wait, why am I in the car? Right?
Yeah,
And even if
yeah,
we are start driving, where am I going?
yeah, yeah.
Can? Ah,
Exactly. So you're in the car, right? You rush out. You rush out. You go in the car. You start the car and you drive out. And then 10 minutes in, you're like, what? Why am I here? What am I doing right now? Where actually am I heading? And then suddenly you feel a sense of loss,
yes.
and you feel a sense of oh my god, panicking, right? I've just wasted 10 minutes of my life. You know you want to get somewhere, but you kind of like you don't know what it is, where it is, where what is where.
Correct, correct. And when we are lost, we buka Waze or Google Map, right? Even then, they
Correct.
know where are you going? Kita kena letak
Even ways ask where do you want to go,
yes,
right?
yeah, betul.
So the GPS of your mind needs to know
Yeah,
um, where you want to go.
betul.
So while you have the intention, maybe you want to close this slide.
Okay.
When we have the intention, which actually is um, a spirit,
Mm,
energy,
mm,
energy that comes from the heart, that it has to be done, and I
yeah,
want to do it, uh, and it sits between wanting and actually doing it. It just precedes one. It's an intention. So then we go into this conversation of uh, how then we coach people into knowing where to go, how to go, right? Like that car
betul.
driving that again.
Yeah,
Dia kata, I feel lost.
yeah,
So the next question as a coach, we say, actually, where do you want to go?
yeah. Correct, correct.
So that is when we have a few conversations backwards to say, actually, what do you want?
Betul.
You nak apa sebenarnya? So
Betul.
in the context of moving forward, when you don't know the intention, and then there's also the narratives around it, right? The purpose, the intention, the
Yes.
reasons, the anchor, whatever the word is. But when you put in a big umbrella, it's intention lah.
Yes.
It is actually what is it that you want, can.
True, true. So selagi kita tak tahu apa kita nak, selagi kita tak jelas
Mm-mm.
apa benda, selagi kita tak jelas dengan apa yang kita niatkan tu, itu yang jadi apa nama, kita tak tahu nak buat apa. Kita tak
Mm.
boleh nak buat decision. Kan? Kita tak boleh nak buat apa yang kita nak buat lah.
Betul,
So in
betul.
this case kan ini, intention comes first, right? Intending comes first before wanting.
Mm.
Correct?
Yeah. Um, may I say it's also situational. Kadang kita ada rasa dalam hati, I want it so badly. Kan? And then we will ask again, why do you want it very badly?
And then suddenly based on
Why
that
is
right
this
answer,
important? Yes, why is this important to you?
and then in the end we say, actually tak penting pun.
And
And then,
then you
so
are like, okay, so what is the intention of wanting
correct.
it in the first place? And then you go, actually, I intend it for nothing.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just to fulfill my childhood dream.
correct.
But where I am right now, at 50, 55, 60, all those does not matter anymore. So you
Betul,
know what? I'll cancel that. I'll intend something else.
betul.
But it's all the same, kan, Nurul, Fatia? Oops. All the same, we must recognize that intention is energy.
Right.
Yeah, it comes because there is something within us that wants it, that yearns for it. We are desirous for it, and this desire maybe come from something that is positive or negative. Negative, I give you an example. Negative, katalah, during the childhood, I really had it pretty badly, and as I grow up and as I have my own family, I never want my children to experience what I had experienced. So that is an intention to
Yeah.
make things better for my own next generation. Kan? Dia dah ada
Betul.
intention dekat situ. That's because of a negative experience in the past. There's also the positive experience, and therefore I want it for my children. So here are the things that I had experienced that was good, and I want to make sure that my children also experience the same. So intention tu kadang-kadang kita buat 30 tahun yang dulu niat kita. We intended it, right? When we first got married, and then maybe 10, 15 years later we get our children, and then 20 years later the children is big enough to understand what it is. And then that earlier intention no longer serve us now.
So
So the
dia
question then
jadi
is,
invalid or no
yeah,
longer
it,
important.
yeah, the intention may be no longer invalid,
Or maybe change, the intention change.
or change, or
Yes.
enhance,
Or
or
enhance.
reduce. It's no
Yeah,
longer as important.
correct, correct.
Which is why it is very critical. I think it's mission critical to renew intention ever so often. And to be able to renew intention virtually, we have to be aware of where we are right now.
Betul,
Because
betul.
our context changes, our friends changes,
Yes.
our circle changes, circumstances changes. Mm, the intention has to be checked in. And then, how many level of intentions are there, Fatia?
How many level of
Mm,
intentions are there?
mm,
I'm not sure if this answer it, but sometimes when I want to do something, I intend it for myself.
mm,
I want to do something, I intend it for myself. For example, I want to be pretty, I want to be kurus.
mm.
Berapa tahun dah
Yeah.
tu, renew dah 3 tahun. I want to be more successful. That intention is for me. But
Mm,
sometimes I notice, right?
mm,
If I want to do something, I intend it for other people. For example,
mm,
I want to go out because I want to send something for my sister, right? Because maybe
mm,
she's not well. or I
Mm.
do it for my mother. You know, I take
Yeah.
this course. I sebenarnya nak jadi architect, tapi tiba-tiba I ambil law, for example, because my
Mm.
mother wants it. So
Mm.
my intention, I do it because you know my mother is going to love it if I become a
Mm.
lawyer, for example, right?
Mm.
But padahal sebenarnya
Mm.
dalam hati kita nak benda lain kan. But I
Mm.
intend it for my mother. And I think the ultimate intention, right? One you do
Mm.
for yourself, and the other you do for others or for community. You know, the
Mm.
other one, I guess, the ultimate intention is I do it because of Allah. Because if I do something, then Allah will be pleased with me. I think that is
Mm.
another level of
Mm.
intention that you know, if we could reach there,
Yeah,
then
betul.
that's beautiful. Because I realize, right, ini, I mean, there are times when I make intention, I forgot that I will it for Allah. But there are times
Mm.
I consciously will it because of Allah. But I guess at the end of the day, as long as I do positive thing and align with his teaching, I guess I'm still good. But isn't it beautiful, you know, when we intend it, we realize that, oh, I intend it for Allah, and
Mm.
that's the ultimate level that I guess we should aim for.
Yeah, that sounds amazing because um mula-mula kita at the level of personal kan. I do
Yeah.
it for me because I
Yeah.
need to know that I can do this.
Yes.
So I'm going out and do several things, getting myself certified or meeting people that I'm scared to meet. I am
Yes.
doing it for me to
Yes.
prepare me for what's possible in the future.
Betul.
And that's not being selfish.
No.
That's what we call personal development, right? I just want
Yeah.
to grow. I just want
Senang
to get
grow.
out of my comfort zone so that I'm able to spread my message bigger, better, faster,
Yeah.
whatever the reason. Yeah.
Also self-love, right? Self-love. It's
And
important.
also because I want to fulfill that part of me that want to express. Okay. And then there is also I'm doing it for others. The fact that we don't live alone
Mm.
just explains that you need to work with other people. You need to serve other people.
Yeah.
You need to give, right? And therefore I intend it for her or for my family or for my sisters or for my teachers, right? I intend it for them so that their life is easy or their work is made easy, whatever. And then there's this big umbrella of I do all of this
Yes.
because I want to
Please.
gain and I want to ask for the blessings and the barakah and the love and the protection and the provision of His Almighty. Because we know the biggest source, the only source is Him. No matter what I intend, because the
Betul.
flip of the heart will flip, right?
Betul. Betul.
The question now then is how do we consistently be in cognizance of the right intention? How can we walk every step
Hmm.
intending that I do this for you, Allah? You know, kita buka tingkap pagi-pagi kan, Allah, I do this for you. Kan?
Yeah. Yeah. Betul.
Mandi or whatever that we do, even the most trivial part, right? But you know what I do, right, about cooking? Because I always tell people, contoh mengingati Allah tu in the smallest of thing, like kita cuci pinggan kan.
Yeah.
Cuci pinggan, kadang bila garpu tu kotor, every, what do you call that, Satu-satu tu, it's subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah. You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
there are so many ways to do it. You know, when you cook rice, for example, and then you just say, Allah, with this rice, please bring health
Yeah.
and wealth and peace and joy and prosperity to my family. You know, intend it. And I think when we habituate being intentional, things are a lot more easier.
Betul.
Inshallah.
Betul. Betul. So you're saying that live intentionally, right?
Yes, live purposefully, intentionally, um, knowing that no matter what you do,
Mm. Mm.
um, there is a bigger power, and that is that power that you want to submit to. So intend for him, and on top of that, dapat pahala pula tu, right? So why
Betul.
wouldn't you want to do that? You know,
Betul.
I was told before by an ustaz. No, I heard
Okay.
on YouTube how to be a little bit greedy about gaining points. Pahala for intending right for every deed that you do. Dia kata, uh, for example, kan, you meet your mother, you go and meet
Mm-hmm.
your mother every
Mm-hmm.
day, or you call her every day, ask
Mm-hmm.
how are you. Intend to call your mother to make her happy, for sure, number one.
Yes. Correct.
And intend to do it for Allah. And then intend, satu deed ni tau, tapi intention dia banyak.
Yes.
To follow Rasulullah, for example.
Yeah.
And I also intend this to bring peace and joy to my mother. And it's also intend to be humble on my part. So I always remember that one day I will also be, a mother like her. Intend it. And then also allow for Allah to assist us and to fulfill our needs. Banyaklah, banyak. Dalam satu deed tu. And because we are rewarded by our deeds, belum action lagi ya, baru deed. So that one deed, you got so many pahala. Isn't that nice?
Allah, Masya Allah. Yeah, nice, right? Because kita selalu ingat macam, okay, satu dapat pahala banyak kan. And pahala
Hmm.
tu sebab ada banyak intention tu. Pahala, each intention ada
Ah,
pahala. But
ah,
it's also a realization, right? Bila kita nak buat satu-satu benda tu kan, tak semestinya satu benda, satu niat. Betul tak? Kita boleh
tak.
jadi ada banyak niat
Banyak dia dalam
untuk
satu
buat,
perkara.
ataupun
Mm-mm.
satu niat dan kita buat banyak benda to accomplish that niat. So it's
Yes, oh absolutely. It was the other way also kan.
okay, okay.
Macam niat kita melakukan live ni ialah untuk menyampaikan ilmu.
Correct.
Level one. And then kalau kita ikut tiga level tadi kan, for me, for others, for Allah kan. For me, well, I want to be able to practice communicating and practice sharing and practice doing it live, for example. That's at my level.
Betul.
For other people, I hope with the little ilmu that I have, I'm able to spread the love and the compassion and the strength. And mana tahu, sometimes when we have this conversation, some people will find snippets of it that will be useful for them, that would inspire them.
Betul.
And my God, Masya Allah, I will be most happy. I'm sure you'll be most happy. Kan? We do for that. And then that third level karena Allah. And karena Allah tu banyak lah.
Betul.
I want his protection, I want his love, I want his barakah, banyakkan yang sikit,
Betul. Betul.
that sort of thing. So, wow, intention alone is a big topic that we can, from the Islamic perspective, there's just so much value in here that sometimes we take it for granted.
Betul. Betul. Sometimes kita tak sedar. I think the awareness that everything needs to start with niat tu penting. So that kita taklah buat satu-satu benda melulu. Because sometimes, right,
Mm,
kita buat something tu sama ada consciously or unconsciously. Ada
mm,
benda tu dah jadi rutin. Tapi benda dah jadi rutin tu masa kita mula-mula start rutin tu, is our
yeah.
niat good? Is it for the right reason? Because sometimes bila kita buat kan, and we get frustrated.
Mm,
Apa ni? Bertahun-tahun buat benda yang sama, then we get frustrated. Why? Why we get
why?
frustrated? Check
Why?
our niat balik awal tu apa, and along the
Yeah.
way has it been renewed, or should
Yeah.
we renew our intention now so that we know we get to somewhere that we want. So I guess today, right,
Mm,
it's really about awareness of having intention, and
mm,
awareness that intention is actually important. And for us Muslims,
mm,
intention, the good intention, can bring us closer, inshallah, to the
mm.
gardens that we all want to end up with.
Inshallah,
So,
inshallah,
inshallah.
inshallah.
Okay,
Mm,
Annie, it's almost half an hour before we go into closing the session, right? We would to
mm,
wrap up and just share our takeaway. I just want to share our upcoming program,
mm,
okay, which will happen this weekend, inshallah, Saturday and Sunday. The MWC Certified Woman Empowerment Practitioner. Wah,
mm,
besar ni tajuk dia ni.
mm,
Certified Woman Empowerment Practitioner.
mm.
Bercerita sikit, kenapa Woman Empowerment Practitioner? What is this course about?
Well, this is a course about, kalau nak dua ayat is self love.
Dua ayat kan?
Dua ayat ke dua ayat lah kan? Two words.
Two words tu, dua perkataan.
Dua perkataan, sorry, ayat pula. So the perkataan self love
Yes.
actually, and this is about loving self by way of coaching. And if you talk about coaching, it's about asking questions. So we
Yes.
teach you how to ask the right questions so that you go like, Allah, why have I been thinking in that way all this while?
Correct.
I have been the one who's blocking my own progress. Now, how
Betul.
can we crush that?
Betul.
You know, so kita sayang diri kita melalui coaching. Sebab tu dia certified. Sebab I want people to feel very powerful that they actually now know the way
Hmm.
to empower myself. Itu
Betul.
pertama, level one, and I practice it. I make them practice it. Like you and I, we practice it, right?
Yes.
To ask the right questions, to get to the goal that we want. That's
Betul.
the intention.
Betul. And
Mm.
on top of that, I guess for those who attended this program, they probably agree that through this course they actually learn to live purposely. Macam yang kita
Mm.
bincang tadi lah, we intend our life, we
Yeah,
intend it to be purposeful, we intend it to be meaningful, and how do we
yeah.
do that is one is of course selfless, but
Mm.
structuring our mind in such a way that we know we consciously, we are always aware that whatever we are doing is with purpose, and
Mm.
we want to create meaning to what we want to do. So all these require some technique. So
Yeah.
teknik ni insyaAllah yang kita akan belajar di dalam our self-love program, Certified Woman
Yes.
Empowerment Practitioner. So we hope, so I'll share nanti dekat dalam link live ni, how can
Mm.
you register and how can you be part of this program. And this is level 1, sebab dalam MWC coaching kita ada 3 level. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
level 1 is for yourself, the intent number 1 for yourself, self-love, and the level number 2 is like where you can now empower yourself to also coach others and help more people to live purposefully and
MashaAllah.
we,
Alhamdulillah.
uh,
Inshallah. Mm.
okay, let's close our session today. What is our takeaway from this program? Any maybe one for you.
Yeah. So for me, you will get what you intend.
Mm,
You
mm,
will get, and getting to, whether in this life or in the other life or in a different form, believe and have faith that you will get what is best for you,
mm.
inshallah. So that's my closing, and I really look forward to see you this weekend, where we are going to kupaskan dengan lebih mendalam
Yes,
lagi, bukan intention aja, but other strategies in which to solve our day-to-day challenges in the most um, leveled way lah, possible,
inshallah.
inshallah.
Inshallah. So today we talk about intention, and we are going to do this live every day at 3 o'clock. Inshallah. If there's any changes, we'll put it on my LinkedIn or my Facebook or Annie's LinkedIn or Annie's Facebook. So today we talk about intention, and tomorrow we're gonna talk about strategy. Like Annie just mentioned just now, seeing something with the right strategy. Okay. So inshallah, tomorrow we have intention now. Tomorrow with that intention, how can we use that intention to seeing with strategy, and
Yeah.
so esok lah kita akan sembang about that, and we have more and more topics on Wednesday until Friday. So kita buat satu-satu So hari ni intention, tomorrow
Masa satu.
strategy. InsyaAllah. Okay, so
Yep.
3 o'clock and we will let
Inshallah.
you know if there's any
All
changes. So
right.
then, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Nanti
Thanks,
kita
Satya.
InsyaAllah. Assalamualaikum
Thank you.
warahmatullahi
Welcome. Salam warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh. Goodbye.